Happy Wednesday, Jake. Happy Wednesday, Timon.
Thank you. We are the Ghostrunners.
We are the Ghostrunners. This is striving to be America's cleanliest podcast.
Happy Wednesday to
Oral
you,
hygiene.
too.
Thanks, Timon. This is a podcast where we talk all about random thoughts. Here's a random thought for you. Drones. They're pretty cool. They seem like they're pretty powerful. Why haven't we just like made drones that just strap on humans yet? Like, why isn't that like more of a popular thing?
What? Like they strap on. Where do they strap? Like
a backpack, like a backpack drone that just like, I don't know. I haven't thought
Where do the
about
propellers go?
Fly with a drone, like fly a person.
Like drones seem pretty powerful.
Yeah.
Why not make that drone 5 times more powerful and put some arm straps on it, strap it on you, and you're like, hey, yeah, I'll be over in 5 minutes. I'm going to drone up real quick and I'll be there. That seems possible. And like it would solve a lot of issues with traffic and like way cheaper than a car, right? Or at least comparable.
I've seen videos of people who they build these industrial drones and they try to stand on them. That way the propellers could still be in like a the normal spot. And it doesn't really go well. I feel like they lose their balance a lot, and then one thing hits the ground, and then they flip over.
See, that's why the backpack. We need the backpack.
But then where do the?
I haven't thought about it too much.
Where do the propellers go?
You need to somehow like be able to like have a backpack, and then the propellers on your back, and somehow it has to be able to push you forward or something. So you're just flying.
It'd be kind of like
face first.
The Batman rides, where your feet dangle.
The Batman rides. Batman drones.
Batman drones.
Bat drones.
Yeah. Well, here's what I know is Amazon still can't figure out how to do it with packages. So I think we're a ways away from doing it with humans. But I don't know. Timon, you had a drone at your grad party, so why don't you tell us?
Wasn't my drone, but it might be possible.
Wasn't my drone, so.
Wasn't my freaking drone, so it's your guys' podcast.
I just want to, yeah, you see them up in the air all the time. They seem like they're pretty high powered, really fast.
They are, in Hawaii, I did that thing. They called it flyboarding. I don't know if that's the official term, but it's where you've got these hoses propelling you in the air, connected to like a wakeboard essentially.
Okay,
and that was pretty sweet.
Maybe
you looked like that Green Goblin guy.
I think that's what I want. I want the Green Goblin. I want a Green Goblin drone.
Green Goblin drone.
Batman Green Goblin drone.
Let's see. I'm gonna check Sharper Image.
I'll check. Yeah, Homic or Slimmer said no to it. Sears said no to it.
It does. Here we go. Reddit. A startup testing a prototype of a flying hoverboard similar to the Goblin glider used by Green Goblin and Spider-Man.
Yes.
I can't believe I Googled Green Goblin drone and something came up.
It's happening. Tell me more. What do we got?
It looks awesome.
Yeah.
It's in a subreddit called Interesting as Frick.
Oh, yeah.
So that's a good one. 12,000 upvotes. That's basically, they got a Kickstarter funded right there.
Okay.
Let's see some of the comments. It says, man, the future is going to be loud. So I guess the drone is pretty noisy.
No
problem. Going to start a business creating landing pads for these.
Hoverboards are awesome. And those things...
That wasn't a fad.
No, it's around forever. See little kids running around with them all over the place. We need a hoverboard for the air.
That's what it should be. Yeah, instead of like...
Literally a hoverboard.
Yeah, instead of like propellers propelling you... Well, how do you do?
Dude, I don't know.
Just a bunch of air going out underneath you.
You start with the hose thing that you're talking about. That's how you get up a little bit. And then the rest of it's propelled.
It's like a goose. It needs to be a water takeoff.
We'll call it the hover goose. We got it.
The green goblin goose.
The green goblin goose. The green gooseland. I think this tight beat means that it's going down with some random thoughts and white meat too. Midwest best friends eating fast food on repeat. So come along, let's have some fun and go ahead, get on your feet, cause it's the Ghostrunners podcast. Every Monday morning we're taking back Ghostrunners podcast. Anyway, we're back here to hear more about Portugal. Because Jake didn't just go to Madeira, guys.
Yeah. Also went to
Lisboa.
And that's what they call Lisbon over there.
Yep.
And went to the Taylor Swift Eras tour concert while I was over there too.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. You heard of it?
I knew that you were doing it, but I was so surprised still.
Yeah, it was kind of fun. It was very fun, actually. It was a cool thing to do. Originally it was supposed to be us and another couple.
Right.
And they weren't able to make it. Randomly enough, I'm staying with them tonight. Going to Oklahoma City tonight.
Fun.
So good to see them. And so, Grant was funny. He's like, how cool is it that we're doing the Portugal trip, but it's a week later, and instead of Lisbon, it's our house in Oklahoma. How fun is this, guys?
Oklahoma's the Lisbon of the West.
Yes. Actually, this is a pretty funny text exchange. Let me go see. So Lauren, Grant's wife, they weren't able to make it. She's like, when you guys come over, can we have an hour designated to y'all doing an airplay slideshow of your entire trip and any Taylor content? I said, instead of a slideshow, are you cool with a perfect reenactment? You flip a coin, and if it's head, it's a reenactment of the entire concert. If it's tails, it's a reenactment of my bout with diarrhea on day 2. Rachel said, ooh, I hope it lands sideways so we can see both. Grant said, I think it would be fun if Lauren and I act out how we think the trip went, and you tell us warm or cold and see how long it goes for. I said, ooh, that would be fun to do all day Friday and maybe even run into the weekend. Grant said, can't leave our couch until we get it all, and you have to let us finish each scene before telling us if it was 100% accurate or not. So we're going to do that all weekend. But yeah, the concert was fun. We spent most of our vacation on the island in Madeira, which looking back, I don't think I would have done it any differently. I think Madeira is the place to spend it. And I've never been to Europe, so I don't know how to compare Lisbon to other European cities, but it was cool. It was fine. I don't think I came back a raving fan of Lisbon. Yeah. I was only there a day, granted, but I wasn't like, people are sleeping on Lisbon. I was like, this is a great old capital city.
Sure.
Fun. You know, they had cool stuff. But we were just there. We got there late one night, got to the hotel, I love flipping through the channels of like what's on in a hotel room. Guess what we found and watched? Little House on the Prairie.
Oh, really?
Our first night in Lisbon.
Okay.
Yep. Watched a couple episodes of Little House on the Prairie.
Was it in English dubbed or Portuguese subtitles or Portuguese?
It was, English audio, Portuguese subtitles.
Okay.
Kind of a fun way to learn Portuguese.
Nice.
I try to always, figure out.
That is a fun, that seems like a pretty easy barrier to entry as far as let's just throw the subtitles on French right now.
Yeah. Take that, Duolingo.
Yeah, that's right.
Can you beat that? And it was very fun. So then we tried to make the most of our one full day in Lisbon.
Yep.
And just kind of walked around, went to touristy areas, had those Lisbon, the one I think Portuguese kind of staple of their food is these cream tarts. Custard tarts.
Pastel de natas?
Yeah, good.
Nice.
And those were better than they sound because my custard tart.
Custard sounds frozen to us. We want that to be
Yeah, I just didn't know what this filling was going to be, how much dairy is in here, what's going on with the tick bite. And no, those are really good. So yeah, we just went to a bunch of fun places, and Rachel did a little shopping, and it was just fun. And then that night, so we had known, I had a little mix up. I think at one point I was like, I got an email from someone. I need to wish Olga a happy birthday.
Right.
Also going to be seeing you at the concert. And I didn't think we had more than one Olga listening to the podcast. Turns out we do. Yep. We have at least 2 confirmed Olgas. One of the Olgas was like, I'm not going to Taylor Swift concert. When you hear about this? But anyway.
That'd be crazy, growing up, you know how Jessica B, there was Jessica B, Jessica S, Jessica F.
Olga L.
Yeah. We call her Olga P, but we just figured that was the only Olga.
Olga
P. No, I'm Olga P. Olga P was not, Olga S was at the Portugal show, correct?
Yes, we'll call her, well, she can't be Olga P for Portugal. We already have Olga P.
Yeah. Olga T for Taylor.
Yeah, and I'd kind of known she was going to be there, but forgot about it. We didn't make any plans. It was fun kind of, I'm putting it on my story, and friends from, a girl I knew from Springfield, in college, was also going to be at the concert. And that was so fun, but we didn't even try to meet up with each other. This is going to be madness.
Right.
Well, that's fun that you're going. If I see you, I see you. And a couple other instances like that. We show up to this concert, and it's a major soccer stadium in Lisbon. Of course, 2 hours into the concert, Scott's texting me dude, I can't believe you're at Estadio de Ludos, whatever it is. Except that's how Spanish sounds. So it was probably Portuguese,
Estadio de la Tatatas in Lisbon.
It's such a it's a more finesse version of Spanish. It's a complicated,
Estadios.
And so I guess it's a big deal. But anyway, so it was, I put it on my story. I don't know if it accurately represented just the mob of people. Just no one was in the stadium. It's just truly, as far as you could see, you can't see the end of the line in either direction. It's how many people does this stadium hold? This is insane seeing this, and not many people speak English. We're trying to get around. Someone overhears us speaking English, comes up to us, She's like, hi, are you, like trying to get to the concert? We're like, yes. And she's like, can I go with you guys? We're like, yeah, of course. Like, what's your name? Said her name's Kolka. I was like, Kolka? Like, and I was like, with a K? She said, yeah, Kolka. She said, I'm Finnish. I'm 19. I came here by myself. Like,
okay.
Oh my gosh, the Finnisher. Wow, they love Taylor. That's so cool you did that. Yeah, come with us. Like, we will take you in. And she was awesome. We had a good time with her.
She speak really good English?
Yeah, really solid English. Yeah. And I think I was texting Josh Mayer about something else the day after, but he had seen that I'd met this Finnish woman on my Instagram story. And so he's like, by the way, how was meeting another Finn? Did you bring up Jonas? Which is the guy who worked from Tacoma. Yeah, Jonas.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, funny enough, I did. I ran out of things to talk about. And I was like, I have a friend named Jonas who's from Finland. She's like, cool.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, Joonas. That's crazy.
Finland's like a neighborhood to you, just like New Hampshire. Like, oh, yeah, just one big neighborhood over there, probably.
I didn't know what to talk about. I was like, I know some Finnish people. His name's Jonas. But I think it's Jonas. I don't know.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that's funny you mentioned that. I did bring it up to her within the first 5 minutes. But it was, I feel like I'm always complaining this at golf courses. Itario de all similarly, very poor signage. You had no idea where to go. So the best solution was you would find a police officer, you would show him your ticket, and then he would point you in the right direction.
Police officer, they didn't have like ushers.
No, they were just like police. And so,
Policia. La Policia.
Everything's an SH there. And so
kind of, though.
You talk to one police officer and he points that direction. So you just start walking that direction. And then you find another police officer.
Yes.
And then you give him your boarding pass. You give him your ticket. And then he points you a direction.
Okay.
A direction.
Obrigado.
And so, a la derecha. And then you go find another police officer. You show it to him. And then eventually you go in. And so there's like all these different entries you have to go into. And then from there, there's a piso, means level. Piso means like what level
like
are
what
you
floor,
on?
yeah.
And so, that even just like what floor you're on determines what part of the stadium you get to go in. And then once you get to your right piso level, then from there, it could be 360 around the stadium, which gate you enter. We happen to be at the same exact piso, same exact gate as Olga teed.
That's wild.
It was crazy. I just see her, like a girl just like look friendly and like smile at us and start walking. I'm like, no way.
Yeah.
Am I getting recognized right now? No way. And then to top it off, she's like, hey, I'm Olga, guys. And I gave her a huge hug. I was like, this is crazy. Yeah. You're Olga?
Oh, gosh.
Oh, gosh. You're Olgash.
Where's she from? She from America?
Sacramento, Southern California.
Wow.
USC.
Big Trojans girl. Reggie Bush. Congrats, Olga.
You got it back.
Wow. She really flew far to get to Lisbon.
Her and one friend, I think they did 2 weeks, 3 weeks in Europe, and that was part of it.
Oh, that's right. You told me that. Yeah, I probably saw 5 people. I don't follow that many people on Instagram. 5 people were at this Taylor Swift concert.
That you knew personally.
And I think they did more than one day in Lisboa.
There were 2 days.
Maybe they were in the other days. But like, yeah, like to the point where I was like, why? I wonder what made so many people be like, Lisbon. We're going to, because
she's the closest to America.
Yeah.
Out of Europe.
But if you're
school's out.
If you're in Lisbon, like it's so quick to go to Paris or whatever.
It's not that much further.
Right. Like if you're going all that way, it's not that ridiculous to be like, let's go to Munich. I don't know how many different shows she's doing in Europe, but like it seemed like I haven't seen anybody else go into any European Taylor
just
Swift
only
concerts.
Lisbon.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
That is interesting. Yeah, people wanted to see one of the oldest capital cities in the world.
That's right.
That's one of the few things I saw on their Wikipedia
Billions
page.
of years old.
Close your ears, Timon.
What? So give us a rundown of the experience of the concert itself.
It was just so fun to see Olga and her friend. I just couldn't believe it. I wanted to talk to them more. I was like, this is so fun, and you guys seem so awesome. But it was also like, we have a concert to get to. Paramore's already on. So Haley Williams from Paramore was the, Scott Peck is called.
Scott. Oh, let me. Obrigado.
Hello?
Fadu.
Recording the podcast?
Feliz Natal.
Yes, we are.
Man, I'm 2 for 2 the last 2 weeks.
Dos a dos.
Oh, man. I can listen to Brad speak Portuguese all day long.
All day long.
All day long.
Long.
We're just putting SH at the end of everything, basically.
Oh, stays long.
Oh, stays long. Scott, give us a Portuguese sentence. Like, say, we saw Taylor Swift in Lisboa.
Nós vimos Taylor Swift em Lisboa.
Nós vimos Taylor Swift in Lisboa.
And tell us about the stadium. Who plays at that stadium, and what's it called?
Vimos Taylor Swift em Estádio da Luz.
De Luz.
A equipa Benfica joga lá. There you go.
There you go.
I'm all done.
That's it.
I just said, the Stadium of Light. Benfica plays there. There you go.
There you go.
Stadium of Light. I forgot to talk about this on the first episode, Scott, but do you want to tell them the name of the town that I stayed in on Madeira and what it translates to?
Jake stayed in Câmara de Lobos. That means Chamber of Wolves.
Check that out.
Okay.
I was in the wolf chamber for 3 days. I'll tell you, when I was on that toilet, I was in the wolf chamber.
My dogs were barking.
So what's up?
Dude, what's up? I got something to tell you guys.
Cool.
So, we've officially made it when people are trying to scam our fans, Jake, because we have a scam account in our YouTube comments on Friday Pickleball asking people to text them their name, address, like everything, and then also asking them to pay shipping. So
that's going to work.
It's a scam, but you're going to do most of the work.
Yeah, exactly. And so I had 2 people just email me in the help ticket, and they were like, "Hey, is this a scam? They're asking me to pay shipping, and it's like, some sketchy number, blah blah blah." So I don't know how we report this account or whatever, but yeah, we have somebody replying to people's comments on our videos, telling them to text the number, and then when they text them, they're asking them all this information, and then and fortunately, these guys had good enough moral compasses to understand this was a scam, and they didn't pay anything. But I think we should definitely.
No, you natural selection, dude. Just if somebody's dumb enough to fall for that, let them fall for it.
We don't want their business anyway.
Yeah, they lose that $30 for shipping. Yeah, let them watch.
I'm scrolling through our comments and I can't find anything. But if I do find their comment, I'll just block them.
Okay. Yeah, I tried to look through a little bit too. The one guy sent me a picture of it, and I'll try to find what his name was, but. Yeah, we made it, dude. People are trying to scam our customers in the free paddles. So
fun. Yeah, you feel free to look as well. I can't find anything, but if you see anything, just go in and when we're logged in and just block their account.
Okay, you got it, Bosch.
Scott, hey. What should people not email you about, and how do you get emailed on Friday Pickle? How do you get contacted for that?
How do I get contacted for that?
How do people log a ticket for Friday Pickleball?
I think you just email hello@fridaypickle.com.
Hello@fridaypickle.com. And what's the worst things you get emailed to you? What's the most annoying thing that somebody could email you?
Oh, dude, it's a long list. I would say people that place an order the day before and they're wondering why it's not delivered to their house yet.
Okay.
And I'm like, you placed your order yesterday and we are not Amazon Prime. So you're not going to be getting your order the following day.
Okay.
We also had a guy slice open a paddle completely yesterday. He saw it start to chip, so he said, "You know what's going to fix this is cutting open the paddle and figuring out why it's chipping."
Oh,
that's fun.
So, yeah, it was. I'd never seen that before.
All right. Well, so people should not email you, or let's say don't email hello@fridaypickle.com with random questions for Scott. Because that's not a great way to find, to access his information.
I can't wait to see the inbox when this episode comes
out. You're going to love it.
Love it.
You're going to love all the tickets.
All right, Scotty boy.
All right, boys. Well, have fun. I'm glad I'm 2 for 2 calling the podcast.
Yeah, keep doing
it. Yeah, I'm about to tell him the story of last night, so this is a good segue into it. So.
Good. It was fun. Fun night last night. Good volleyball watching.
Yeah. All right. I'll talk to you later, dude. Appreciate you.
All right. See you, boys.
See ya. That was Scott.
Dude, I'm getting so many texts about this Steve triplet thing.
It's so funny. I wonder how he's
guesses.
doing.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's doing okay today. He's like, oh, they all thought I said something awful. Man. I must say, ultimately, it was his decision. He's like, no, I don't want to put a disclaimer in. I want to surely they'll know.
Was it, or was it us encouraging him?
I thought, I was like, hey, do you want to go back in and like say a disclaimer? He's like, no, I don't think so. So I gave him a chance. Maybe you persuaded him not
I was gonna say, I don't remember it quite like that, but yeah. Either way.
Because beforehand, he had told me he wanted to tell people that he was messing with him. So I brought it up to him. I was like, do you want to tell him? He's like, maybe we don't need to.
We'll be fine. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, tell us about the story. Tell us about the concert.
Concert was, so it starts off with Paramore, which I was kind of excited because I'm not a big Paramore fan, but I'd heard like in the industry that like, oh, Hayley Williams, she has such an amazing voice. Like it's going to be awesome. It's all, I was excited to hear her. I wish I needed you guys there to tell me like, I don't think I'm like a music snob by any means, but I was disappointed in the quality of the sound.
Okay.
And maybe that's just an outdoor stadium. Maybe it's only going to be so good. I mean, Arrowhead Stadium is trash. But, you think if you're Taylor Swift, money doesn't matter. You can bring in the best speakers, make sure everything is great. And so that was the only knock on the whole night. It was like, I'm surprised it wasn't clearer or crisper sound.
Okay.
And so especially with Paramore, it was just kind of just like loud and like not mixed well. It's like, I can hear the drums plenty, not hearing Hayley a ton.
Okay.
And if it's a band you don't know that well, it's like every other song, it's like, oh, I remember this one in like college.
Kind of know this song.
Yeah, I wouldn't know any of the words, but Paramore, they have more hits than you think a little bit.
Yeah.
So it was fine. And part of me, as a fellow performer, you can't help but think about all these little things. Like, I wonder if Taylor asked her not to do too much. Like, just go out there and do your music. Because it was bare bones. It was like, here's me, here's a few of my friends.
Okay.
And I'm just going to like, just do music. There was no visuals. There was no effects. She never had an instrument. She just held the microphone, one outfit. And it was also in the daytime. So I feel like it was just like, it's like a county fair concert or something right now.
I see like videos of like, festivals with like big names like Green Day or whoever, like performing in the daytime. And I'm like, it's just not the same.
And maybe that's what it was. I was like, I'm going to give her a benefit of the doubt. It's like, it's tough in the daytime.
Yeah.
To do anything special.
I also have a hunch. I could be wrong, but I bet most of those, everything was optimized for Taylor. In other words, like I bet maybe their sound, they just neglect worrying about the sound for Paramore because it's like, well, that's not what everyone's here to see. Maybe, you know what I mean? Like,
I wouldn't think so. I mean, the equipment is the equipment. I mean, they still I bet Hayley, she can do a sound check as long as she needs to get the mix ready. I don't think they're gonna be like, hey, you only get 5 minutes for sound check. Like they're gonna let her have as much time as she needs.
Could be. Yeah, I don't know. That was my theory, but you're right.
I would just say I would think they're not gonna short her.
Because did Taylor sound good?
Better. It mixed very well, but it was still just like, man, I feel like
it just was,
when they played a song like afterwards, it's like that sounds crisp, and sounds just like
like over the just
like as we're leaving,
song.
it's just like, man.
So maybe that does mean that it's like it could have been better.
Yeah,
because if you can hear it, I think that does mean that.
I guess that's a good point.
Has potential to have been mixed better.
Like it wasn't just the speakers being bad speakers.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Huh. So
whatever. Paramore was ho hum.
Yeah. One thing I forgot to mention, and I think the last episode, I talked about how I had 2 surprises for Rachel.
Oh, yeah.
One was this is the most dangerous airport to fly into. The second surprise is that we technically did not have tickets at any point. So the way StubHub works is like they hadn't released the tickets yet. It's a Taylor Swift craziness. Like we bought these tickets, I don't know, January.
Yeah.
And it kept saying like estimated delivery date, May 12th. It's like, okay, that's pretty close to the concert.
What day is the concert?
May 24th.
Okay.
It's like, but we should get these, a couple weeks at a time. And it kept getting pushed back until it says you're going to get these the day of the concert.
Huh.
And so I just didn't tell Rachel. It's like, yeah, I got our tickets. And, we're all good to go. And anyway, it wasn't until when we landed in Lisbon, I had a text from Grant who said like, hey, finally got the tickets.
Wow.
However, I don't know how to transfer them to you. So you're going to need to download this app and see if that works. Here's my login. The app I downloaded had 4 reviews. They were all 1 star. I was like, dude, what kind of app are you having me download right now? And that's the app I downloaded. It worked. I had 4 tickets in there. Grant was able to sell his 2 the day of the concert. And he was like, hey, I did kind of sketchily just screenshot and email it to them. So don't use seats 3 and 4. Those are their tickets. So if I would scan those, they just wouldn't have got in. So it's just kind of crazy how sketchy it all works. But
so wait, what was this app that you downloaded?
C tickets.
So was that like where he bought them or something? Or
no, he got them from StubHub. This is like a European, like an international.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Ticket holder. And so anyway,
and it worked.
That was another thing. It was like, Rachel, we just got our ticket, surprise. And then the other one was like, man, I still hope this works though. But we did get in. So it worked. And then ended up getting to talk to those people next to us. And they were Americans. They were from North Carolina. The guy, Jacob, he works at the same hospital as Rachel's cousin Lexi in Charlotte.
What?
Same hospital. Yeah, they think they might know each other.
That's insane.
So that was fun. And they were
Small
great.
world.
They were like, we're just here on vacation. And then our taxi driver today was like, you're going to Taylor Swift concert? We didn't even know about it. And so we just found some guy and bought his tickets. I was like, that was my friend. They were also, before all that, they were talking about like, oh, we love going on vacation. We have the best travel agent, all this stuff. And then they go on to say like, we had no idea Taylor Swift was in concert. Like, I feel like he's a travel agent. Maybe I should have mentioned that if you're going to Lisbon on May 24th. But Taylor Swift comes out and dude, it's just like, the anticipation of her coming out is so electric.
I bet.
I mean, there's really nothing like it. I don't even know if like a kickoff of the Super Bowl is really the same thing. Just because like you haven't seen her, you don't know where she's at, you don't know where she's coming from.
Right.
And she did a good job. Like really, like there was no music. It's just you get to talk for 30 minutes between shows, which is nice. And then about 10 minutes before she goes on, they played like 3 or 4 hype songs.
Okay.
And I feel like that was great. And it was randomly Lady Gaga applause.
Okay.
It ended up being a great like hype song.
Yeah.
Like people are going nuts. Everybody's clapping. And it was like, this is so fun. And then like you start to hear screams from certain parts of the stadium that like see her band coming backstage and seeing, you know, there's this theory that she always gets wheeled like in like a big like cart or whatever. And so it's like, I think they're screaming at the cart. I don't know, but there's just people screaming. This is so fun. And if I could go back and relive any part of the concert, it would have been when she came out.
Yeah.
Because there's just nothing like that pop she got. So it was just like, I mean, immediately the concert starts and it's just like a Super Bowl halftime level performance of just like these props and these people who are in these backpacks, Green Goblin similar.
Ooh.
It's like massive 20-foot flower petals like on these backpacks that they can like move and dance with. There's probably 6 of those people and they're coming out and doing this whole thing as this like beat is playing. And then they all get in the center, almost like 300 and, you know, what was that movie? Oh, the movie's called 300,
Yeah.
Spartans. And they all like get together to cover the shields. It was like that. It was like they made this like covering with the rose petals. And then right when like the beat dropped, like she pops up out of the center of it. And dude, the sound of that stadium was like so, it gave me so many goosebumps. Like that 30 seconds, I would go back. I mean, I see why Travis went to every concert. I would just go back to that part of it.
Right. Dude, that's
It was
the best
unbelievable.
part. I love the beginning of concerts for that reason. Like whatever they do, whatever the pomp and circumstance.
However
of it
they
all.
come out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so electric. Like, yeah, that's so
It
cool.
was unbelievable. That was really, really cool. I've never seen anything like that. And then really it just felt like, I was like, this is just, feels like a fun cultural thing. This feels like saying you saw Elvis or saying you saw Michael Jackson. It's like, we saw Taylor Swift when she was doing the biggest concert, or the biggest, you know, tour of all time. So,
Right.
yeah, it was really fun. And then from there, it was like a 3-hour and 15-minute Super Bowl halftime show.
Okay.
You know, just she's doing music videos live. Like she's like climbing stairs and there's props and there's people like in characters and talking. And it had, I mean, she played guitar, she played piano. It had fire, it had smoke, it had fog. I mean, it had, it had fireworks, it had everything.
Yeah.
It was awesome. I don't know what she does from here. Like her next album, she just goes and tours just one album. You know, that's got to feel like a letdown.
Right.
I don't know where she goes from here. I don't know what the music industry does. You know, just like no one will.
So did she go chronologically? Is that how it works?
No, it was kind of random. I don't know what
Okay.
the order was.
Okay.
I bet big time Swifties would be like, well, there's a
Sure, there's a
reason.
pattern. Yeah. It's alphabetical in Portuguese.
Esh, bish, shish. It was like,
Okay.
yeah. So there would be like typically 4 songs per album. Some only got 1. Some got a little too many, in my opinion, from certain albums.
Give me some reviews.
So this is pretty impressive. I've always said Taylor's very impressive for writing all this stuff. In 2020, she came out with 2 albums. In 2020, it's like how are you writing music? You know, how are you writing 30 songs in
Pumping
one
it
year?
out.
But both those albums were.
Ho-hum.
There's not poppy albums. There's a couple good songs. This is was it Cardigan and Evermore? Yeah, is that it? Willow.
You're asking the wrong guys.
Come on, guys.
Champagne Problems, maybe?
That was a song on Cardigan, I think. And
Cardigan was one of the. I've never even heard of that as an album. So
I think Cardigan and Evermore, kind of like sister albums.
Okay.
And so those were nice. There's a couple good songs in each one, but she did, in my opinion, a few too many. From the softer, I was like, give me more. 1989, Lover, like the pop albums, like the anthems.
that's your style.
Yeah, it's so fun. But anyway, she did. I mean, she spoke in Portuguese so many different times. She would like. I appreciated that. It's like anyway, kind of what I do. I try to learn the city I'm in, but she was really taking it a step further and
Right.
like had like conversations with people in Portuguese and was like saying different things throughout the night. I don't know what she was saying, but you know, the crowd was going nuts about it.
Yeah.
So it just had everything. And I put this on my Instagram story. I was like, man, every time I post about Taylor Swift, people get so like angry at me and it's annoying. Like, wow, 1 year anniversary. I think you could do a little better than taking your wife to a devil worshiper.
Did they
Like,
really say that?
Can I
to you?
just like enjoy this? I don't know. Like, just be nice. I'm not mean to anyone. Why would you do this to me?
You don't do that to people.
I'm a comedian. Like, what? Why
You
would
don't respond and say, "Hey, why?" Yeah.
Dude, I don't.
You don't disagree like publicly with everything that you disagree with.
We see so much in a given day. You know, this whole Harrison Butker thing. It's been this huge deal, which is so funny how big of a deal it is the last like 3 weeks. And Rachel and I are walking around Lisbon one day, and we end up in this like pretty, massive, really pretty like Catholic church. And so I took a little video of it. Wasn't even planning on really posting it. And then later that day, I was probably sitting on the toilet or something. I was like, oh, I'll do like a funny post where I said like checking in on the local Portuguese people to see what they thought about Butker's comments. I thought that was like neutral yet funny because like why would anyone in Portugal care? Like who cares about what he's like a kicker. Everyone has different opinions. Who cares what he's and I got an onslaught of DMs about that. The one in particular I got, this woman said, wow, dissing Butker when you haven't even said anything about Cosby or Weinstein first.
Yeah.
I said,
Jake. Yeah.
That's insane.
I would have brought
right.
them up first.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, and I was like, I ignored everyone else, but I responded
I got
to her.
I gotta say something to her.
I was like, just so I understand, I cannot talk about Harrison Butker if I have not previously condemned the actions of you want Bill Cosby and Harvey Weinstein, just those two. And she also responded back. And so we had a little discourse. It was really fun. And she was like, well, I have several friends who are priests. I was like, that's great. Congratulations. I don't know what you want me to say. And eventually I got fed up and I said, hey, you need to take this energy and you need to go use it on someone who's actually being hateful. I was like, get out of here. And she didn't respond to that. I was just like,
you still think about it.
This is insane. That someone just treats people this way. I'm not just gonna like roll over and just take this.
That's crazy.
Oh my!
You have to talk about Cosby first before you diss Butker.
I think,
how are these related?
Just in general, guys, disagree with people more often on the internet. It's a good way of living.
It's a good way to improve society.
You're gonna love the way you are. Yeah, you're gonna love the way other people respond. You're going to feel a lot better about the world as a whole.
It's how we progress.
Everyone thinks the same way.
It's how we progress.
Cardigan is a song on an album called Folklore.
Oh yeah, those are the same word.
Yeah. I mean, they're adjacent. You don't have folky music without cardigans on.
Folklore, Evermore. That's it.
Yeah, Folklore and Evermore came out, and they are very woodsy looking albums.
You would wear a cardigan while listening to both. Yeah, thanks for looking that up. Swifties would have gone nuts.
I know. I was like, let's clear the air for people. I bet people are going to comment and then be like, oh, they just corrected it 5 minutes later. But
this is why Rachel and I had a competition on the flight back. It's like a 9-hour flight from Madrid to Chicago. We had a competition who can name the most Taylor Swift songs by memory.
Okay.
And she beat me, and it's probably because I don't know it as well as she does.
How'd you do though?
I think I got 71. She got 81.
Fun.
Not bad. Last thing I'll say. I think Taylor Swift would even say, I would say, Swifties would say, she's not the best vocally. Her strength is songwriting and storytelling.
Okay.
Maybe creatively, But I was impressed by her vocals. Maybe it's because I came in with not high expectations, but vocals were great.
Yeah.
It's just the sound quality that I wish was better.
What do you mean like vocals were great? Like how so?
I think we've all been to concerts where you're like, okay, they're better in the studio.
Oh, sure.
And then there's some where like, Need to Breathe, Ben Rector, like these guys, Shea Mooney, like I want only their voice. Everyone else quiet down, actually.
I don't even think they changed their voice at all for the recording.
Exactly. Like I bet it's so easy to record music. They do it in one take. And so I kind of expected, like I went to an AJR concert and he is not that great of a singer.
Okay.
And we've all heard people like that and probably live. And so I kind of expected like, there's going to be a lot of her like backing vocals here probably. And then when I went, I'm not a music guy, so people will probably have different opinions, but I was like, oh, she's like, you can hear her hitting all these notes, especially some of these like hard notes.
Yeah. So it wasn't, if nothing else, it was not obviously bad.
Yes. Right. I wasn't like, dang. There was no part of me that like is trying to rationalize, like, well, she's still good at other stuff.
Right.
It was like, okay, good. She's like, she is a musician who can sing. That's good.
Would you say overall you came out a bigger fan than you went in?
Yeah, I don't know how you cut it. It was just like, this is awesome. Good for her. Yeah. I hope her parents are so proud of her. This is so amazing what she's done.
Yeah.
She's just just a regular girl our age, just doing just insane things. And yeah, I think I put on my stories, like, I get so much hate for this, but I just think I had fun. I'm glad we did it. And there's no way you could watch this and still be unimpressed by her. Because that's the hate I get, is people like, why would you go to her? Just cover your ears. Bring earplugs. I want you to go in there and walk out. How could you listen to this awful? And it's like, I think if you gave her a chance.
I just feel like live performances in general are always admirable. Like I said, like no matter.
Great point.
No matter
11-year-old niece or.
Yeah. Like you put, this took so much work. Just in general,
Yes.
respect that. Like,
Yeah.
if nothing else, just be like even a minor league soccer game, it's like, man, 85, 150, 200 people had to put this event on for you. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. You just got to appreciate, even if it's not a great product, which obviously Taylor Swift is putting out a very good product. But anyway.
Yeah.
that's fun.
So it was just great. It was Super Bowl halftime show for 3 hours. All these outfit changes. It was just sparkly and fun.
What, give me a vibe of how you're react. Are you standing? Are you sitting? Are you bopping? Are you just taking it in? What's Rachel doing?
You stand pretty much the whole time. It's like
Yep.
a Chiefs playoff game or something, which is fine. There are a couple songs you might sit down or, but I'm not a big like dancer, like enjoy the music from like 600 yards away. It's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I just kind of want to like watch it and take it all in. So
Right.
stand mainly still. I might move the lower body a little bit, you
Yeah.
know, kind of keep the beat.
You got anybody around you that was just going nuts?
Yeah, people are going nuts everywhere.
Really?
Yeah, they're freaking out. And of course, there's one difference. In America, there would be a security guard on every like stairway, probably keeping the peace. Not the case in Portugal.
No police.
And so it's just like everyone like filled the staircase. So it was just chaos. So like
Oh, really?
they're blocking your view. You can't really get out and in very well. Not blocking our view terribly. So it was fine. But
what kind of concessions we got at Portugal?
dude, a little disappointed. They ran out of stuff so early. So I was a hungry little boy.
Ran out of stuff.
Yeah, they just didn't have
They
French
lost so much
fries.
money.
I know they didn't have chicken tenders. They didn't have. Well, those are about the only two things I could eat. Didn't have soft pretzels even out of the gate.
Yeah, what kind of food do they have in Europe?
Hamburgers, hot dogs, chicken tenders, fries.
Really?
I didn't notice anything that wacky.
Pretty American.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, they ran out of most of it. So what did I get? I got Lay's chips and a Coke Zero for dinner that night.
You guys were pounding the zeros.
Yeah, Rachel loves the Coke Zero.
Yeah.
You know, internationally. So it was just fun. I'm just very glad we did it. And I would love to go back for that opening
dude.
reveal.
It is. I love that is the entertainment aspect of it. The production aspect is whether it's right at the beginning or whether it's like some transition to a song that you don't know it's coming and then pop it, like that beat comes on or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just like boom, and people just go nuts for it, and like it fires you up.
There's so many fun parts. I mean, you just like a song I've heard so many different times, but it's like, well, in a stadium, it kind of hits, dude. I didn't realize how good and how, the drums of this song are like so catchy or whatever.
Yeah.
And even too, I'm a pretty decent Taylor Swift fan, and you still forget her catalog. And like, oh my gosh, I forgot about Tim McGraw or something from way back in the day.
Yeah.
All these old songs. Dude, one last thing I'll say. Have you ever been to a place I never had where they have the wristbands that light up?
No.
I never been to a place like this. It was awesome. I was a little too mesmerized by it, I think, because it was sweet because it doesn't know what seat you're in. They were just handing them out. Just here you go. But there must be a GPS in it because it was doing all these So basically, each person who comes in gets a wristband, and it's got a little LED light on it that has all these different colors it can light up to, and it's all programmed. And it's not just like you're all going to blink on beat or anything. It was like a light show. So you could see across the stadium, like it would be doing like a wave or something, or it'd be doing like circles, or be in the shape of a star. Like we were doing, it's like all I did was hold it, and I was part of the show. Like I was synchronized.
You're not dancing. You're just like, whoa.
Like this is cool. I loved looking at the lights, and I think that technology's been around forever. So people are probably like, dude, that's old news, but I thought it was awesome.
Well, I don't think you or I go to very many big shows like that.
Yeah, not a lot of pop concerts.
I know you went to Dan Shay. That was bigger.
Yeah.
But not Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift
style.
is massive.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I love the wristband. I just kept being like, how'd they do this? How's the GPS so good? Like it knows even just like row to row. Like a lot of technology in this thing they're giving away for free.
That is true. Giving away for free with your $100 ticket.
Yeah.
But that's fun, man.
It's awesome.
Hey, let's talk about some sponsors. You want to?
I wish the concession stand had Main Street Roasters.
I wish it had Main Street Roasters as well. But even if your concession stand doesn't have Main Street Roasters, there is a way to access it other ways. And that is called the World Wide Web of e-internet, mainstreetroasters.com.
Your kitchen can be the concession stand to your life.
I'm going to go to mainstreetroasters.com right now, and I'm going to look at all the different things you can do. You can just order coffees, blend, single origin, flavored, single serve K-cup, custom label coffees, gift boxes. Then you can also subscribe for bundles, Jake.
Single origin.
Small batch, best blends.
Good memory.
Was it Main Street? You're my new best friend.
Yeah.
Dun, dun. Yeah, they got teas. They got mugs. They got branded apparel. Whatever you guys want, it's at mainstreetroasters.com. Use a promo code GRKC today to get 10% off your order.
They've never had a 1-star review that I've seen.
That I've seen. Yeah.
Look
it up.
I don't know of one that exists.
Look it up.
It seems like just anywhere you look, they are satisfying customers left and right. So they just do it right. They're a great company to support. We love them. And get yourself some coffee, some beans, espresso, a little iced coffee this summer.
That's right.
What do we need?
Whatever you need, they got it. Also, we are sponsored by Cozy Earth. Did you know that, Jake?
Go ahead.
Cozy Earth is a website that gives you bedding, bath, women's, men's, clothing, skincare, whatever you want. They'll have it there for you.
I said to you recently, I wish we could get sponsored by Cozy Earth even more.
Yeah.
Because it's so easy to be a raving fan of their product.
Right.
It's so easy to promote it.
Yeah.
Last night I went to bed in a Cozy Earth sleep shirt and Cozy Earth shorts and just decked out in it. And I told Rachel that, and then still she rubbed her foot on my leg and says, "That is so soft." I was like, "I told you I was at Cozy Earth." She said, "No, rub your foot on it." I was like, "I can't
Rub your foot on.
stretch that way. What if I rub my hand on it?" She's like, "No, rub your foot."
No, your foot.
It has to be your foot.
It's more sensitive.
But I just like Cozy Earth keeps coming up in my life because it's just so good. It's so awesome.
I'm in their sheets every night, and last night especially, I don't know if it was like I think second or third night in the sheets. There's something about it, dude. Just like you're just feeling it right in there in those Cozy Earth sheets. So 30% off discount code. 30% off, cozyearth.com/ghostrunners is the new way to get it.
Wow.
They have a new thing, 30% off. Incredible deal, 30% off, cozyearth.com/ghostrunners to access that. We'll put it in the show notes, Timon. Make sure you do that. cozyearth.com/ghostrunners. Once again, love Cozy Earth. Whether you're looking for good towels, you're looking for bedding,
Socks.
shirts,
Rachel loves the socks.
Love the socks. Touch your socks onto somebody else's Cozy Earth clothes. And it's like a connection, like
See how that feels.
negative and a positive. Boom, you got electricity. So check
It was
out
fun to hear
cozyearth.com.
from the people in the Ghostrunners getaway who won the Cozy Earth sheets talk about them. I think Lisa Gluck was like, "I don't know what is in viscose or bamboo, but it is special."
Yes, absolutely.
And Celia as well got the sheets and loves them.
Loves them. So
that's nice.
cozyearth.com/ghostrunners. This is not something I want to do today, but I wanted to bring it up right now so that Ghosties could help us brainstorm some different ideas beyond this. I just wrote down in my notes an ongoing segment where we introduce Timon to things from our childhood that he's probably Timon, do you know the words, or do you know what Numa Numa song means?
No.
Okay.
that's
Do you
a
know
great-
what the insanity test is?
Nope.
Do you know what the farting preacher is?
No.
Do you know what that is?
No, I didn't
that
know two
one
of the
is-
three.
Oh, you didn't? Have you heard of OK Go's treadmill song?
I've heard of OK Go.
Okay.
Not specifically treadmill. I don't
Treadmill
think.
music video.
Great.
Oh, maybe I have.
And then I like Big Bibles. You heard that? Remember that?
I don't
No,
know
you don't
that
know this? Okay.
I think I've. Yes.
Yes, heard
I
that?
think so.
Okay, well, I think that'd be
I should
fun.
do the test.
Fun to do more things from like early internet days with Timon. Like,
That
have you
is
ever
fun to
seen this,
think about.
Timon?
Yeah.
Numa Numa's a great callback.
Numa Numa was like the first viral video. That and OK Go, I think, are like the two that I can think of as like those were huge videos back in the day.
We would have been in middle school during Numa Numa, right?
I think so.
Because I can remember a very specific memory. It was like one of maybe my first summer at camp. Just at some point I'm at Kanakuk as a camper, and they played Numa Numa over the loudspeakers in the dining hall. And everyone is going nuts doing this.
I can't
The dance he
imagine
did.
how electric that would be.
They were going nuts. And I specifically remember thinking, I'm 13 years old. I'm like, I'm having so much fun. This is heaven. This is
I was gonna
so
say,
funny.
Give me that over a Taylor Swift intro right there, just
That
going
was
nuts.
so funny. It is all these weird middle schoolers. I'm one of them. We're all just going nuts to some Polish guys.
Yeah,
song.
yeah.
Oh, it was so fun.
Okay, so Ghosties, give us other submissions for the segment, and then we'll do it sometime. We'll do all these things. Don't look it up, Timon.
I won't.
Stop.
Don't you dare. I do want to talk to Timon about a few different things. One of them is my mom. I told my mom I went to Timon's grad party and how I got to meet Timon's family and all this stuff. And my mom goes, I bet his mom doesn't like you very much. Like kind of jokingly. Like, I bet his mom doesn't like you very much because you make fun of him all the time. You make fun of Timon. And I was like, I think that everyone knows I'm joking about that, Mom. She's like, I hope so, because I don't know if I would like it if I heard somebody making fun of my son like that. So,
Mama coming down on you?
If Mama M ever says, I don't like Brad very much, you let her know that's all a joke.
All right, sounds good.
Okay.
But take this. She doesn't really listen to the podcast.
I know. She told me she listens every once in a while.
No, yeah, she loves to. She's on the Facebook group. She loves to like see something mentioned. She like texts me like, "Where is this in the episode?"
Oh,
Like,
okay. Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
I love it. So, yeah, my mom was just like, I don't know if you, how my mom would, or how his mom feels about you. And I was like, oh, Mom.
But yeah, guys, I'm never offended, so don't get offended for me.
All right,
It's all
whatever, man. Here's a random thought for you, Jake. I wrote down, every time someone comments babies on an old picture of you and your spouse, they're just subtly saying that you've both gained weight and look older. You notice that? Like you'll like post a picture of you guys like when you're first dating or when you first got married, and people will be like, babies. It's like, AKA, we just look younger and better.
You've either grown a beard since then or you've grown in
everywhere
stature.
else. Yeah.
Since then. Yeah, that's a fun observation. Oh, you guys were such babies.
Gosh.
Look at your arms.
Look at those tiny little baby arms.
Oh my gosh, how did you do anything?
Oh, look at that baby waist you had.
Yeah, kind of a subtle jab.
It's one of those like, little things that people comment in probably in, just innocence. But it's like, I think you might mean that we look better there. We look younger for sure.
Yeah.
So, babies. There's one random thought. I've seen this debate going around. If you're lost in the woods by yourself, or maybe not even lost. Yeah, I think if you're in the woods by yourself, let's say you're lost, would you rather encounter a bear or a human? One human or one bear?
What a funny question.
Yeah.
Oh, my sister was telling me about this.
Really?
Human.
I think what she told me was like a lot of like ladies on the internet talking about, would you rather encounter a bear or a random
Oh, that
dude?
makes more sense. Yeah, for a woman.
That's what I was hearing. And a lot of people were saying bear.
That's wild, though, right? Right?
I was like,
We have that little trust in
I was
other
like,
people.
surely a majority of guys aren't creeps, right?
Yeah, you just gotta.
Then again,
But he is in the middle of the
woods by themselves.
Yeah.
So if you say like, 5% of dudes you don't want to like be one-on-one with, but if you know they're in the woods, how high does that get bumped up to 20%?
Yeah.
50%?
Yeah.
What's the percentage of this guy like being a problem if he's already alone in the woods?
Yeah. I don't know. Just thoughts. I think I would rather have a human personally, but maybe that's a difference in guys and girls. I don't know, but come on.
All right. Would you rather have it be a woman or a bear? Because then you come out of there, hey, what you guys been up to? It looks bad.
Yeah, exactly. Might get divorced. I don't know. But I also learned that polar bears are 9 feet tall. 9 feet tall.
Okay.
Grizzlies are 8 feet tall. Black bear's only 5.
Oh.
Black bear, I'd be like, get out of here, bear. What are you doing?
I've heard that the black bear, it's kind of like the alligator versus the croc. That
Which one's bigger?
Well, or just like scary size. Like the alligator is like not that like aggressive. Crocodile wants to eat you.
You're done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Crocodile's bad.
Okay.
Grizzly bear bad. Black bear just kind of hey.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
See ya. Yeah.
Go catch a fish. I've heard black bears aren't supposed to be scary, but if I saw a black bear, I would be so scared. I don't care what people have told me before.
Oh yeah.
I would be awful.
I don't care if it's what color it is. I am brown at the end of it. Like I am pooping my pants. I am so scared of that thing. What would you do if you saw a bear?
Ah!
You would?
You gotta.
Yeah. Not always. I think there's differences.
Yeah, that's what I've heard too.
If it's here's how what I've heard.
Oh man, I would have screwed myself.
If it's brown, lay down. If it's
because the grizzly's not scared of you either way. Like he's gonna eat you regardless. Is that the thought?
No, I think it's like ignore it. Like just I don't know. I think it's more or less like
Wait, Jake, you should guess the rhymes.
yeah. If it's brown, lay down. If it's black,
If it's black, fake attack.
fake attack.
pretend to attack.
And if it's white,
you're if it's white, then I don't want to be right.
Okay.
Then lay down. No, if it's white, shite.
do you know what it is?
I think it's like if it's white, good night or something like
Yeah,
that.
say goodnight. I think it's
Say
like that.
good night.
It's like it's over.
Is black attack?
I don't know. My like I'm not sure, but my guess would have been like fight back or no, not fight back, but just like well, I don't know.
Dude, you're right. Yeah, I'm reading this on the internet now. Yeah, with the brown bear pretending to be dead is your best chance. I think I said dead. With the black bear, scaring off is your best chance. With the polar bear, you have no chance.
I'm reading if it's yellow, let it mellow. If it's brown, flush it down.
Flush it down.
No. If it's brown, lay down. If it's black, fight back. If it's white, good night. Okay.
So this is against
Polar bear, you're done. 9 foot tall. Imagine a basketball goal,
with claws.
a fifth grader's basketball goal coming up against you. With claws.
It makes sense. Polar bears are probably just constantly hungry. They're not just going to let you go. They're like, it's so hard for me to catch a seal. I'm eating you. But also, when you've seen polar bears, you got to go out of you got to make some bad decisions to face a polar
You got to
bear.
really be trying.
If you encounter a brown bear, if you attempt to run or defend yourself, it will kill you. Best option is to play dead. Hope it's not in a playful mood before it tears you to bits. If you encounter a black bear, you should scream, kick, make yourself big. They're fairly timid. They don't want to fight. If you encounter a polar bear, it's good night because you're already dead.
You're done.
You might as well not even bother. It will kill you for sport and enjoy it.
Speaking of killing you for sport and enjoying it, was playing on the trampoline with Bo the other day, and out of nowhere, I don't know where he hears this, but he just goes, "I'm going to take you down, you evil brute." I was like, "Evil brute's awesome." I love. Keep saying
brute.
evil brute, Bo.
That's funny. That should be his,
Evil brute.
his baseball nickname. Now up to the plate.
Yeah,
The evil brute.
we got him for his birthday. We got him the. Do you know the story Casey at the Bat? No, it's like a famous poem, like baseball poem.
Oh, cool.
Anyway, it's a weird poem though, because spoiler alert, like the best player Casey strikes out and loses the game for him. Anyway,
Okay. At least put a bat on the ball. Give
Yeah.
yourself a chance.
but now we play baseball and Bo always puts his bat out like to point to the pitcher because he's like, I'm like Casey at the bat.
That's fun.
Yeah. So we played some good baseball the other day with the kids.
Yeah, we did. Kids were they were making real good contact. A lot of home runs.
Let's just talk about just in general. Memorial Day was awesome. Was that
Dude,
just in general? What a vibe.
I don't think I've ever done this before, but last night I was like, I'm just gonna write down everything that happened to me the last 2 days because it's been insane.
Yeah.
And it's been so fun.
Yeah. Let's start from the beginning of the day.
It was just awesome. So first of all, I wake up, I've been back in America for 36 hours at this point, and it's my 1 year anniversary, and a Bondi food truck is getting delivered to my house. And it's so fun. Dude, I don't think I've told you this. So I didn't realize how bad it was. Rachel took a video of it getting delivered. Let me just play for you the noise. This guy,
I've heard the noise before, brother.
he made a mistake, and it cost me my health inspection. I failed the health inspection yesterday because this guy broke something.
No way.
Oh yeah, that wasn't a very fun story. So, all right, here's it backing down.
No problem.
It like broke off this exhaust pipe. Our generator doesn't work anymore. It worked beforehand.
The generator isn't working anymore?
The generator underneath the truck. There's two of them.
Oh, boy.
Anyway, that was a bummer. But yeah, just demolished that. And then I was like, we have a truck all of a sudden. Everyone's coming to Brad and Catherine's later.
Yeah.
For a little Memorial Day hang. I was like, Rachel's like, don't put it on your Instagram story. We got it. Like, let's surprise them all with
Yeah.
it. And so, yeah, it was just a really fun day. Celia came over. Rachel and her like made all these acai bowls. We didn't have like the actual Bondi stuff, but she like went to Target and made stuff. Bailey did send with the truck. She packed it full of a bunch of cups, some merch, and 200 pounds of granola. Probably 100 pounds of almond butter and peanut butter. So we did have that to use. But then, yeah, we showed up to the Ellis's, drove the truck over and honking the horn. And yeah, it was so fun. And
It was awesome. He had like sprinted out there to see you guys. Like,
oh,
yeah.
It was the best Memorial Day. Yeah, 1 year anniversary. The truck, we had such a good time that night.
I mean, I didn't go to Portugal this past week, but Memorial Day was definitely the best thing that happened in my week. You know,
It was such a perfect day.
it was so my favorite thing about the whole thing was like, so Memorial Day is obviously on Monday, Sunday at 5. Like we were like, let's text people and invite them over. Like it was not like, because it was so easygoing and like somewhat spontaneous. Like that's why it was so fun. Like we invited people a day beforehand. We're like, just bring food if you want to bring food. We'll have drinks here. We'll grill out some burgers and just hang out. And
Why we do this all the time?
yeah, it was like, and I think that's the way that you do it all the time, is like make it casual, make it like low expectations and low like barrier to entry, basically. Like you want to bring food, bring food. You want to bring an acai truck? Sure.
Yeah.
But like no expectations of anything. And if you can't make it, no problem. But it was so much fun. It was just, I think they count, and of course there were a lot of kids, but I think there was 27 people that came.
Yeah.
And we just assumed like, I'm sure not very many people are going to be able to come. I bet they all have plans. And like almost everyone was able to come. And it was just so sweet and so fun. And
It was just the perfect day. It was
Yeah.
perfect weather. We had the truck. We were serving Friday paddles with the acai bowls. We give paddles out to all of our friends. Oh,
That
what a
was
great
awesome.
1 year anniversary.
it's pretty cool. We've had 2 food trucks in our driveway before. We've had that, and we had the Kona Ice back in the day.
Yeah,
From a ghostie that came and delivered to Hattie. So I'm like, I've seen this before, like somebody reaching out to Hattie. So, yeah. So what's the future for Bondi now? What's the timeline?
Try to get everything fixed. I got a handyman coming over in like an hour to try and take a look at this generator.
Oh yeah,
fix
because
that.
until you get it approved, you can't start.
Yeah, and then there's some other stuff. You know, got to get the title on my name. Got to get it inspected.
Okay, so you don't know for sure.
Got to
when
get the
you're
lease signed. I talked everything about Bondi. I was like, the lease will be signed by the time this comes out. Not even close. So who knows if it's even going to happen.
Okay.
So we got a while.
Yeah.
I mean, 2 weeks minimum.
Okay. So it's not this weekend like it was hoped to be.
Yeah. Well, June 10th was the
Oh, it was June 10th. Okay.
that's
original
right. Soft opening date.
That's right.
But
But
yeah.
you're going to go learn all the stuff this week.
Yeah, I'm going today. Yeah, Rachel and I are going down to get trained by Bailey and her team the next 2 days in Oklahoma. But that'll be fun. Got tons of friends down there, and it'll just be fun. I'm just so excited, just fired up right now. Learn as much as possible, and I'm excited to learn like the stuff outside of the truck, like scheduling and payroll and ordering the food. Like how much work is that? Like, can Rachel and I do it, or should I hire this out? Kind of thing. So just excited to learn that. No worries either way, but
It's so fun. Like from our house, obviously, like our front
just
door,
fun to look at.
we could see your driveway. And there it is, just right there, bringing the beach to you. Is that what it says?
yeah,
Something like that.
acai bowls, shaved ice, lemonade, baby.
Yeah, who knew there was shaved ice? I was pumped about that.
Yeah,
So
I looked. It's a real shaved ice machine. You're in luck.
I can't wait. Can't wait for it all.
Yeah, it was fun. And so, yeah, I just like did a little quick diary. Just have a note in my phone that says May 27th and 28th, 2024. Because then yesterday was just a crazy day on the phone call with this, like, start off talking to a lawyer about Friday pickleball agreement, all good stuff, no problem. Drove to Trey's to podcast. After Correct Opinions, we filmed 3 Mood Swings videos at his house. Then went to Golf Galaxy, did a brand deal at Golf Galaxy.
Nice.
We're looking through the email to make sure we got everything they want us to put in the video. Trey goes to the bottom of it. And it's like, whoa, they attached a $500 gift card for any content we would need. It's like, we have golf stuff already. Why would we need $500 to make? So then it was like Christmas all of a sudden. We're like,
Yeah.
Derek, what do you want?
Right.
Hey, it's Father's Day coming up. Let's get something from Golf Galaxy. So that was a fun day.
What'd you get?
I bought a 2-iron.
Oh, okay.
I was like, I don't know.
What does that look like?
Dude, this is so bad. I'm almost like feel weird even saying it, but like I am so privileged when it comes to golf stuff. Like I have a merch sponsor and a ball sponsor and a club, so it's like I was like, what do you
what do I
even get?
need? Yeah.
So I was like, let's get a fun club that I don't have. So I got a weird 2-iron.
Okay, 2-iron means
Not very lofted.
not a driver. Yeah, basically like a up and down.
Yeah, it's like
almost.
an iron, maybe an 18-degree
Okay.
iron. So really hard to hit. There's like a joke in golf, like, how does it go? How do you know? How do you? Dang it! Let me look it up.
Okay. 2-iron jump.
What is that? Oh yeah, if you're caught on a golf course during a storm and are afraid of lightning, hold up a 1-iron because not even God can hit a 1-iron.
Okay.
Is the joke because like these driving irons are really hard to hit properly. But I was like, Anyway, so that was really fun. Got a 2-iron, and then Rush home. We got the inspection a little bit. Oh my gosh, let's post the wedding video. I forgot that I hyped that up. Upload that, figure out a thumbnail, do that, post the wedding video, leave the phone, not even thinking about it, and then go and getting the truck ready and getting the hoses and getting the generator, you know. And at a moment's notice, I've become such a blue collar worker all of a sudden. My hands are dirty every day, and I'm wiping them off. I'm sweating outside. It's great. My life just so quickly changed. And then health inspector comes, our roads close. It's crazy. That doesn't go great. No worries. You know, I'm like reminding myself, like right now we are bringing so many people joy. This wedding video is out right now. Who cares if this isn't going great? Then we got to leave and go to volleyball championships.
Hello.
Our last night. And Rachel and I definitely like scheduled our Portugal trip around like being back for the volleyball championships. Like we want to be there for that. If we're going to miss a Tuesday, let's not miss that Tuesday. And of course we have rescheduled our vacation around it, and people start to bail. Like, I can't make it, and we can't find a sub. And so we're like, all right, I guess we're playing with 5. And it's 6:30. It's just me, Rachel, and Isaac there. 6:35, still just me, Rachel, and Isaac there. 6:38, Joan's friend, Derek, shows up. He's like, sorry, missed an exit. I'm here. We're good. 6:40 rolls around. They say, guys, we got to start the game. No clue where a page is at. So it's 4-on-6. And similar to last session, we turned it up a notch, and we
4-on-6.
4-on-6 indoor volleyball against a very good team. We were the 6th seeds. We barely made it into the tournament.
And you still have the rules that Rachel has to touch the ball.
Girl has to touch it.
Yeah, so it's only Rachel.
And Rachel's running around, and we just did awesome. It was great. Where the score is like 19-20, and we have an amazing rally, and we end up getting the point. It was really, really fun. And then behind me, I hear Scott Peck's voice, and he goes, "We're not playing the Art Institute tonight, baby." It was so funny. I was like, "Scott's here? I didn't even know. I didn't even tell you about this." I just saw our location. I was like, "I'm gonna head up there."
I'll swing by.
And so he shows up, and that was so fun. And he stays there for the end of that first game, and then we switch sides. And so we win that first game. Like, this is crazy. We didn't think we had a chance. Like, beforehand, Rachel and I, we didn't eat dinner beforehand. I saved my run until afterwards. Like, we saved Aaron's. Like, we're going to get there, play one game, and probably done.
Yeah.
And we couldn't believe we beat him. We switched sides. So it's a very intense game. You know, we have to try so hard 4-on-6.
Is it like a little bit, like, what was the other side? Like, was the other side just like super tense and super mad of like, what the heck, guys? How do we lose this?
We kind of know them, and they're great. They're all like Christian people, some of the Kanakuk people. Like, they're really awesome.
Oh, okay.
And so they're definitely like in good spirits. But I'm sure they had to be like, all right, we're not beating the team with 4. Like,
right.
Come on, guys.
Right.
And so it's just, I say to say it's a very intense game, somewhat. Every point matters, is what I should say. And there's a point where I think we spike it off of their arms, and it's clear it's going so high on our side and going out of bounds. Like, they're not going to be able to get to it. So you have a lot of time just for it to wait for it to land. And Isaac is being an idiot. And it's like acting kind of like how we would fake fall in the kitchen. Like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Isaac is like faking like he's going to hit it. I mean, he has so much time to like fake hit it. Like, whoa, oh. And then like stumbles and it hits off of his thigh 8 feet out of bounds. And we're like, dude. And Isaac is just defeated. And then I forget that Scott's there. I look over at Scott, and Scott is crying, laughing. Scott is just beside himself, just like writhing in laughter. Scott can't believe what he just saw. I mean, it's just such intense volleyball. And I was like, oh. And then I didn't even really see it.
Isaac of all people, man. Oh my goodness, Ike. That is... Oh,
Isaac's back was to me, so I actually didn't really see it hit his leg, but I see the other team like, I'll point, and I'm like, no. And then Isaac's head sinks, and he goes, it hit my thigh. And I was like, oh no. We were a little bummed that they took the point. It was like, we have 4, and he's joking around, and it's 8 feet out of bounds.
Yeah.
And they still took the point. And
maybe if they were up 1-0 on you, they wouldn't have.
That's true. Like, we kind of need to win this game.
But it's like,
force
guys,
3.
Yeah, you guys are you have 4, but you're in an advantage right now.
And so, oh my gosh, Scott was laughing so hard. It made me laugh so hard. But I think the fact that they took the point, I think it fired up Isaac a little bit. And so then he sent the next set to the screen, almost left the stadium.
Sure.
And then the next one, he dialed it in and played really well. So we beat him in 2 games. It was really fun.
No way.
And then the next round, we were playing the 2 seed, and then we beat them.
So what was that, the number 1 seed that you played?
It was 3. So it was like 6 versus 3. I'm guessing 4 versus 5. And then you play.
You had like, okay. the lower seed plays the higher seed or whatever.
Yeah. So make it all the way to the championship. And then Paige shows up and because she thought the game was later. No worries. And didn't win the championship. Came in second again.
So would you say Paige needs to go?
Like, why don't we just try with maybe less is more? Let's try just Isaac and Rachel. How about you two? Just go have fun.
Man.
But once again, really fun. So yeah, Scott was there. Joan came and was there to support us. And
nice.
Yeah, it was really fun. So,
man, Isaac, that is
so funny.
That is so funny. I mean, that would be funny in a rec game, or you know, like in just just playing like a pickup game of pickleball, like
just pretending like, oh, it's gonna hit me, it's gonna hit me, and then just not getting out of the way in time, dropping your head. It's like yeah, you like pretend to shoot it on somebody else's goal and it goes in. Yeah, that's hilarious. So yeah, that was a good time. Just loving life right now. Just me and Rachel, just best buds. We're just having so much fun every single day. Just life feels just perfect.
Good, dude. That's great. I'm glad to hear it. Let's see. Let me see. Oh, dude. Okay, so another random thought from Brad. Our power went out the other night.
Yeah.
In the storm. It was out for like a while, 12 hours or something like that, like overnight. Not the hugest deal, but like all our kids sleep with sound machines, and so it was just quiet in their rooms. And then Rosie somehow, we looked like on the monitor right before the power went out, and she had like stripped down naked and was just sleeping in her bed naked.
Okay.
And we're like, that's not good because she's not potty trained all the way yet. And so went in there and sure enough, her bed was soaked. And so that's a whole different story. We had to like change everything out. And of course, since there was no sound machine on, Hattie wakes up, what are you doing? Well, we're just changing Rosie's diaper because she took it off, whatever. Anyway, all this stuff. But the thing that the random thought that I have is that our power went out, but I could still take a shower. And that to me just seems wild. I know it's like a thing. Like, yeah, plumbing still works when your electric goes out.
Does it work forever? Or is there like kind of a tank in your house?
That's what I don't know. It seemed just fine to me.
I feel like at some point in my life, the power was out when I was a kid and we were told not to flush the toilet.
Really?
But I don't know why I don't know.
Yeah. Like
that's why I'm hiring a handyman today, because I don't know the stuff myself.
Right. Like it seems like I understand like water is going to come out when you turn it on from pressure a little bit or something, but like the fact that it turned on, there was heat, like, and it was plenty of water. Like I didn't have a 3-minute shower. Like I took a long shower, no problem. To me, that just, my like amateur white collar brain does not understand that. Does that make sense, Timon? Like, do you feel that? Like, does that seem wild to anybody else?
I mean, literally in the truck yesterday, trying to get it inspected, I had to turn on the generator and everything before I could use the sink. So in the truck, you have to have electricity. So why not in the home?
Right.
How does it get up there?
Is it just so pressurized somewhere
that it can force it out if it needs it?
Because that's the thing. That's the other thing. It's like it's shooting up these pipes. It's not just like,
hello, Newton. That's not how it's supposed to go.
Yeah, it's not just like, we got our water way up on the roof and it's just falling down into the... Like, I don't know.
Wait, yeah, I don't know.
That just surprises me. And so I didn't know if it surprised anybody else. So
I consider me surprised. I don't have answers for you, but it is surprising.
Great. That's all I want to know is like, does that seem weird to anybody? Like,
yeah,
it's one of those things where it seems like if you're out of one type of resource, you're out of them all.
Yeah, I don't want to do anything actually.
Right.
Yeah, we might need to cancel Newton. I mean, maybe what he said isn't true.
Oh yeah, I think Newton was canceled a long time ago.
Was he? They took down his statues. Yeah, he's fought for the Confederates. So, just random little update. My favorite sport, paddle, padel.
Yep.
Coming to Kansas City. Clifton Alexander messaged me and said, "Hey, they're coming to like Overland Park Racket Club right by Summer Moon, right by Surf Pickleball.
Yep.
I guess they're converting some courts to paddle. So it's pretty close to where Bondi is going to be. So I'm excited. So I DM'd them. And I was like, I'm so excited. I love the sport. When are you opening? They're like, hope in June. I was like, great. Is it like memberships, drop in, whatever? They said, we will let you know when we know.
Cool.
I said, can't wait.
Because they have squash there too.
Do they?
I'd get a membership with you.
You want to get your squash on?
Dude, squash is the most fun sport I've ever played, and I've never played padel. But I bet it's similar.
I've heard they're very similar.
Because it's just enclosed, right? Like, that's what squash is. Like,
kind of an aquarium of sorts.
Bro, let's play.
That's squash. The summer of squash.
Summer of squash.
Timon, try to squash?
Sure.
Timon will squash.
Timon would love squash. Oh, it's echoey too, so you can like scream like when you have a bad point or something. It just sounds awesome. Sounds like you're in freaking 300.
I remember playing racquetball in college, and you can't have a conversation there. You can't hear anything.
Exactly.
You're just lip reading.
Yeah,
Text it to me.
And with squash, like you can't hit it at the very bottom of the floor because it doesn't bounce enough. Like whereas racquetball you could. And so it's like this hollow metal on the bottom. And so when you hit that thing,
loud.
Boom! And the other person's like, yeah!
I like a good sport where it's like you get auditory feedback, like good or bad.
Yes.
I like that.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why pickleball, pretty loud.
Yeah, it is.
We played pickleball with Timon.
We did. Timon texted us, said, hey, I'm like a mile from your house for no reason. Don't worry about it. Come on by. And so I said, oh, we did. We all took a walk and saw Timon and his friends and his cousin and his friend Noah.
Yeah.
Shout out Noah. Yeah, it was a great time. Timon's a quick little booger. Court.
Gonna be a quick little squasher.
Yeah, that's right.
One other just little note. I posted the wedding video yesterday.
Hey, where? Go ahead.
Yeah, that was what I was gonna say. I mean, a third of the comments are "Where is Trey?" which I didn't necessarily see coming. I want to give a shout out to Elizabeth Virgil for fighting the good fight, replying to all the comments.
Elizabeth and Tanya, I think,
Are they? Yeah,
Tanya on a few of them. Like, where was Trey? He was there.
So thank you for kind of helping like appease people who are so curious about that. Yeah, Trey was there. You know what's funny, dude, is in the version that Brady sent me, Trey is in it doing like an interview.
Oh, yeah.
He's in the real version, and I shortened the video. I edited some things out, and one of them I thought I did to like help Trey out because he did like kind of a talking head, and Brady left it in, but I don't know. I just didn't know how people would react to it. Trey was kind of like sarcastically like talking about how fun it is to be all the way up in Waverly, Iowa. And I was like, I think people might construe this as like he's not happy to be here. So I like took him out of it to protect Trey. And in the end, now every comment is about Trey. I was like, well, I don't want people to think Trey's ungrateful. Or truly, I was just trying to be a nice guy. And now everyone's like, is Trey not there? Why aren't they best friends? Why didn't I see more Trey?
I'm surprised Thomas didn't, officiate the wedding.
Yeah. So maybe I should have seen that coming, but I did not whatsoever think about that.
You should have, man. That's all. It really is hilarious. Like, where's Trey? Yo, where's Trey?
Love the dress. Where's Trey?
Yeah. Trey there or what?
Jake's dad made me cry and laugh. Where's Trey?
Amazing editing. But Trey, where's Trey?
But where was Trey? Why wasn't Trey dressed up in a dress?
Yeah. Surprised he wasn't marrying Trey. I saw Trey in the chairs, somebody said. I'm surprised he wasn't a groomsman. It's like, he can't win. So, fun times.
All good, though. All good.
All good, baby. That's about all I got, Jake. I wrote down Pizza Hut's closing 600 locations.
Are they?
So RIP to a lot of them.
Hey, I got to say, I don't go there much. I'm part of the problem.
There's a reason. Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. I got to do better.
When was the last time anybody's eaten in a Pizza Hut?
I am kind of the type of person who I go to the weird places like this, but even Pizza Hut I haven't been to in a long time.
Are you the type of person, like, recently, do you feel like you are changing from that?
Well, I just feel like I'm the only person I know who goes to Fazoli's on a regular basis and like all like.
Yeah, true. Are you going in there though?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, not as often as I go through the drive-thru, but yeah, I think Rachel and I went to Fazoli's a couple months back.
What about Long John Silver's?
That I would go to. Rachel thinks it's gross. I'm like, no, it's not gross. Let me order for you.
That's called marriage, dude. Like, there's so many places I'm like, you don't want to go to Panda Express? She's like, no.
It's better than you think.
You don't want to go to Long John Silver's? You can get extra crumbs for free. Arby's?
Arby's is good.
Yeah, there's plenty of places.
But yeah, Pizza Hut. I think I went into it once up in Iowa. We came back from the lake last summer and we stopped in Pizza Hut. So that's still in the last year. I've been to, my dad's calling. I guarantee you it's about him getting bleeped out.
Let's hear it.
Yo.
You guys on the road?
We are actually recording a podcast first.
Hey, Steve.
Oh, hello, guys.
Keep it clean, please.
Yeah, I listened to that today. I don't know if I'm, could have gone better.
It was hilarious.
Yeah, but I think some people, I saw some comments and people are like going, I would love to know the word he used. And I wanted, it's so hard for me not to respond to him, go, guys, I didn't even say a word.
Well, We already recorded the Monday episode, and in the Monday episode, we clear the air and clear your name, and so we tell everyone. So you just got to hang on for like 5 days.
Okay, gonna be a long 5 days.
I did see a comment that somebody said, I'll send you $20 if you tell me the word that Steve used. So you can make some money off of it.
Yeah, I'll take $20. I don't even know if we said a word.
No, we didn't. I don't even think you even said bleep. I don't even think you said anything.
You just went silent.
So, yeah. I never like. I've got a speech impediment. Never knew I had a speech impediment until I listened to this podcast.
What are you talking? What? What do you say? I don't think you have a speech impediment.
I probably listen to it a little bit closer than most people do, but I realize that a lot of my sentences, I just cut off the last word or two to complete that sentence, and I just assume everybody knows because I just want to get over with as quick as I can.
Yeah.
Huh. I never even noticed it.
Yeah, it's kind of bad. So.
Well,
Okay, well, I will let you go. I figured you and Rachel would be on the road today, and I was going to call you and tell you, Trish and I probably can't make it up that 14th.
okay. No worries.
Just because Mom will. Mom loves you guys more than me, so she'll definitely be there. I forgot when I told you Paul was flying in to surprise Sean for that weekend. I'm his host that weekend, so yeah, I may still come up. I'll see. Paul might make me mad in between now and June 14th.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Cool. I'll call you later.
See you guys.
All right. See you, Steve. What a guy.
Man, speech impediment, raised to some with a speech impediment, and then an SLP. You know, got both ends of the spectrum. That's fun.
What? I don't think is that a speech impediment? Or is that just like a tendency?
Yeah, I don't think that's a
speech
It
impediment.
doesn't fit the definition of what that would be.
I don't know. It has to do with the speech.
That's
It's
true.
impeding. I don't know. It's fun. Let's talk about this. I watched We Are the World's documentary.
Oh, I saw that. Was it good?
I loved it.
Really?
Yeah, I really did. Do you know the song very well?
A little bit.
We listened to it. It was like one of our approved songs on the Can't playlist.
Okay,
back in the
gotcha.
day. And so, because I think we did some world party or something. Timon, have you heard about We Are the World? Do you know this song?
I've heard it referenced. Don't know the song.
Okay.
I just
just get it.
went to find my comment of the week, and Timon in 4 minutes ago. Congrats, guys. Where's Trey? Just commented it. That's funny, Timon.
So We Are the World is like this song that they did. I don't know if it was the 90s or the late 80s. Doesn't matter. Sometime back in the day. Kind of doing like raising awareness to like hunger issues in Africa and all this stuff. But like they basically like got every single, like the who's
Everybody.
who. Like literally like it started out with I think Lionel Richie, Michael Jackson, Stevie Wonder, and then it just like went nuts. Like all these people, like from different styles and different genres. They had Willie Nelson there. They had Bob Dylan. They had all these different guys. And so there's a documentary basically about how they recorded this song. They recorded it in one night, basically like through the night, which was very interesting to me. Lionel Richie was kind of like, kind of the ringleader of it. And he was hosting the American Music Awards, which was like the biggest music event back in the day. And he was hosting it and he's like, a lot of people will already be in town for that. What if we just do it after the American Music Awards is done?
Cool.
And so he gets
that's
done.
such a good idea.
He gets done in LA at 10 p.m. or whatever. And then they go and record this thing from like 11 until 10 a.m. the next day or something like that. Like just through the night.
I feel like every time a documentary comes out and you learn the true story of it, you're like, how'd they wait this long to do a documentary about it?
Yeah.
This is so amazing.
Very true.
How'd they sit on this footage for 30 years?
But man, it was a fun documentary. Like I don't know some of the 80s icons that well. I don't know Prince very well or like
this is what it sounds like when does gray.
Yeah, I know that one. That's about it. Purple Rain.
Yeah, I know like 4.
Gloria Estefan was not in the documentary, guys.
Oh, we love Gloria.
Big get on your feet people. But yeah, it was awesome to watch. Like it was cool to see like, you know, they only were allowed to like have the actual artist in the room. It was like no agents, no extra people.
Cool.
And so it was like only these artists like hanging out with each other, plus like the sound and the video guys, obviously, and all that stuff. But it was funny watching like, I can't remember who now, but like Huey Lewis, who's like a big deal, like geeking out and like being nervous to talk to Bob Dylan. Like, it's like,
cool.
No, he's Bob Dylan. Or like, no, he's Stevie Wonder, Ray Charles. Like,
Yeah.
it's like there's like different levels to this stardom. Like, Michael Jackson was there, whatever. So like, whatever, all these different people were nervous about somebody else there. And it was also interesting watching these artists who are world renowned for obviously being great singers, screwing up their notes on these songs and like having to go again because they're all so nervous about being around each other.
Yeah, having to
like,
sing in front of Michael Jackson.
Yeah, because the verse Timon is basically like each artist, not every single one that was there, but most artists get like one line like, that they sing. Yeah. And so it's like, there comes a time, ba 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 ba. That's all they get. And then the next person, then Paul Simon goes, and then
that would
Kenny
be
Rogers goes. Yeah, and so it's like
do it in front of all those people,
right? Yeah,
like they're gonna know I'm a fraud.
Dude,
if I can't get this.
I really enjoyed watching the whole thing, and then you hear the song now, and you appreciate it in a different way.
Totally,
it was already cool that they like brought in basically the all-star game of artists. Besides Prince, I think Prince was like the only one they like tried to get that didn't want to come.
Really?
Also, Dan Aykroyd was there randomly.
The comedian?
Yeah. I don't know why he was like in the chorus.
Can he sing?
I don't know. He didn't like have a solo or anything.
I think a lot of actors can't sing.
Yeah, because they're like doing theatrical stuff. But like, I don't know why they were like, we got to get Dan Aykroyd on this
Dan
thing.
Aykroyd.
Yeah, so.
Chris Farley said no. You remember the version that came out in the 2000s?
No.
That was my like introduction. I didn't know that was a remake at the time. I was like, oh, this is a cool like. Okay. I remember Akon had like a major role in it, so that tells you like the time frame. I don't know who else was involved, honestly, or what it was for. But
interesting.
Yeah, they did a remake of it.
Maybe for the Olympics or something, or maybe for Africa.
Ooh, Haiti. It looks like 2010.
Oh, cool. I'll have to check that out. But yeah, it was cool. There was one point specifically that like gave me more goosebumps or more like excitement. Well, 2 points actually. There was a part where like they were kind of in between recording, and Ray Charles just goes down and sits and plays piano of his like very improvised piano version of the song, but it was like in that Ray Charles style.
Fun.
And it was just like, that's sweet, dude. Like he's like, yeah, they're just Ray Charles just messing around in between takes. And then the other thing that was really cool / hilarious, we should actually watch it and like react to this thing. So like in the chorus, like they had all 30 people singing, and they're like, don't sing harmony. We're all singing the exact same notes.
Okay, cool.
If you can't hit all the notes, then don't sing those parts. Just breathe there, whatever.
And this is like Lionel Richie directing them like this?
Yeah, Quincy Jones actually is like this iconic.
Is that the guy who Michael said he had in his phone?
Was it? I don't think so. I think I would have known Quincy Jones.
Yeah, because I know Quincy Jones.
Quincy Jones is like a huge deal. Rashida Jones, Karen from the
That's
Office.
why I've heard of him. She's a Nepo baby.
Yes, exactly. Just iconically, musically big guy. So he was kind of the one really directing everything. But there's like, you watch this clip, dude, of all these people like getting into it and like trying to sing it out. And, we got everybody going, Ray Charles, Michael Jackson, all this stuff. And then you got Bob Dylan just like this, like an old Bob Dylan. Like he's just like, he's like not singing at all, not even trying to like, you kind of see him like mouthing the words barely, like, we are the world. We are like, he could not be less enthused about it, could not figure out exactly what his role in the whole thing was. And so then they say like, Bob, we want you to do a part of the song, and he can't figure out how to do it. Like he can't, because he's trying to like sing like they do or whatever. And so then like he's struggling. They're like showing this whole thing of like him like not really knowing what to do. And he's Bob Dylan. Like he's iconically big in his own way, but he's very unique compared to this song that was written by Michael Jackson and Stevie Wonder. Mm-hmm. So Stevie Wonder goes over the piano and like plays it and like is helping Bob Dylan and like mimics Bob Dylan on the piano. Like, this is how you should do it. Just like Bob, like this is your style, but I'm going to do it for you. And it was so cool to see Stevie Wonder mimicking Bob Dylan. And then he figured it out and like has his own version of it on the thing. Has Bob Dylan's
That is
thing.
really cool. Blind people, they are
Those
something
guys
else.
know how to do it.
I think they got two of them. I mean, that's a lot per capita.
They ran
compared
into
to
each other a
normal.
lot, I think.
Yeah.
So anyway, it just made me appreciate that song / some of those artists a lot more than I had before. So
Yeah, it's cool. I should watch that. I think I would like it.
I recommend it. I
love
fun.
a good just mashup, meetup, all-star game, Power Rangers, whatever it is. I love people coming together.
And that was the other interesting thing is like they were like, we can't even disclose to the artists. We're not going to disclose to them until the day of where this is going to be, because we don't want any paparazzi. We don't want anything like, it was very like hush hush. It wasn't like, hey, we're going to do this huge recording, guys.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Right. It was very low key. They found like this one specific studio that was a little bit off the beaten path. I think that people weren't as, like privy to, I guess. So it was awesome. It was highly recommend it.
Cool.
I think it's relatively clean out there for the people that want to admit that they've watched it to their parents on a podcast. So
There is some blindness.
there is some blindness. Every once in a while it'll cause you to snap your neck back. No, it's awesome. So recommend.
Cool.
That's all I have to say.
I don't think I've watched any good documentaries. On the plane ride, we watched some. I watched The Martian, which was good.
Yeah.
I think of the plane ride there, I watched Hacksaw Ridge, which was good.
Please, Lord.
Please give me
please,
one
God.
more.
That's so good. That's another one, Timon. Ask your parents before you watch it, but it's a good war movie.
All right.
Yeah, it is.
Bloody, but awesome.
Yeah.
What do you think about Vince Vaughn's casting in that movie?
I loved it.
Did you?
I thought he added some great comedy to it. I thought he was awesome.
But was he supposed to be funny?
For sure.
You think?
He's cracking jokes.
At the end?
Well, no, not just at the end, but
like
his character is cracking jokes.
You think?
in the movie.
Okay.
Like his first line in the movie is he sees that guy with like the cheeks that go in. He's like, "Private, how long have you been dead?" Like that's his first line in the movie, pretty much. I think. Like,
Yeah.
He's going around giving nicknames to all of them.
Yeah.
It's like, "Where are you from?" He's like, "I'm from Tulsa." "No, you must be Native American. You will howl like a chief or whatever."
Okay.
It's like making him do all that ridiculous stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's definitely there for comedic effect. You don't think so?
Well, no, I think, but to me, it's like he's Vince Vaughn, so he's almost too funny for like the serious parts.
Gotcha.
Does that make sense? Like, I think his those lines are, like he's like defaming somebody funnily.
Yeah.
But anyway, I have only seen it maybe twice, so I don't have that strong opinion. I just remember thinking like, I can't take him seriously.
Yeah, I think there's some people like that, like Michael Richards. Once he was Kramer, he never really got another role. People only saw him as Kramer. The guy from, what's his name? Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Carlton.
Oh yeah.
It's like sometimes you get kind of typecast and it kind of stinks, but
I feel like that with Dwight. Like, Ray
yeah, you don't
Wilson.
see him in anything else,
I
really.
think he tries to be serious sometimes, even on the internet when he's trying to be serious. I'm like, yeah, but you're Dwight.
Yeah. I love Vince Vaughn.
I do too. Hey, Vince, if you're out there listening, you did a great job, man. You're funny to me.
Funny guy.
Anyway.
You want to do your win of the week?
Yes, I do. Long story short, the win of the week is we were working on, we got 2 hoses in our backyard, Jake. We're working on splitting the hoses. And I was trying really hard to figure out how to get a hose. Like the spigot is right in the middle of our deck. And I was trying to figure out how to get the hose underneath the deck out to the outside to the right. Because there's all this, deck stuff underneath there. And I figured it out. Long story short, I used this stuff called, I think it's called fish wire. Is that what it's called?
Fish pick?
Fish tape. Sorry. And felt like a genius when I got it done.
I bet.
Yeah. Like basically like, cause I couldn't figure out how to get the hose through. Like I was just trying to like, push it through and it kept getting hit on stuff. So this wire is a little more rigid. So you push it through there and then we got it, we yanked it up, taped the hose to it and then yanked it back through the other way. Anyway, felt like a man, like figuring that out. And now we have a retractable hose.
Not bad.
So Catherine can just let it fly, baby.
And it retracts back on its own.
Retracts back.
Nice. My win of the week is just looking back at how smooth everything went on the Portugal trip. Nothing bad happened to us. We never got injured. We never took a wrong turn. Our phones never died. We never lost our passports. Like when you think back to how much could have happened, our flights never had any issue. There was never a bag I didn't pay for. I never lost the confirmation for my rental car. Just like when you think about how much could have gone wrong, I'm just very thankful how much fun we were able to have, celebrate our 1-year anniversary, and go on a probably once in a lifetime type vacation. And we will never celebrate an anniversary as good as this first one. So they say just get that out of the way. The rest will be a letdown, and we've done it. So no, just very thankful how much fun we're having and how smooth it went. All things considered, traveling internationally.
Yeah, dude. Exactly. Because there's plenty of opportunities for it not to be smooth.
Totally. Yeah. Timon, do you have a win or a comment?
I have a win.
Yes.
I had a really successful choir concert on Saturday night.
Saturday.
Ooh.
It was great. Brad was,
I did text him. I was like, I have this on my calendar. Sorry, Timon, we did not make it.
No, it was fine. Yeah, it was fun. It was a Pops concert, so all the little bit more well-known stuff. Me and Graydon did a little duet of Man or Muppet for the Muppets movie.
Okay.
That was kind of fun.
I don't know that one.
Yeah, it was just like a kind of comedic thing. But yeah, it went well. It was fun. That's my win.
That's great.
What other song? Do we know any other songs from it?
Yeah, what else?
Yeah, like Seize the Day from Newsies.
Ooh.
What else did Stand Up from Harriet. I don't know if you know that song. Then what else?
So it starts off, I like him big, I like him small.
Like I'm big.
Yeah.
Like I'm small.
I'm trying to think of what else. I don't know. Corner of the Sky. All these, like, well-known in some areas. But yeah,
Yeah.
it was fun.
Good, dude.
A little more like catchy songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fun. Cool.
Very good. All right, I got a comment of the week. Monica Dachodi, 3576. On the Monday episode of last week, she said, finally made it to the end of the podcast. Hasn't happened in a few weeks because life is crazy. Doing my mile run this morning and started clapping before Brad about, she put bonsai bowls. Bondi.
Bonsai.
Bondi. Bondi bowls. Congratulations. Also showed my husband some shorts a few weeks ago, and he thinks you guys are hilarious too. Quality episode.
Oh, digital shorts. I was like, where, is this Roback? Or?
Check out these shorts. Roback. GRKC 20.
I showed my husband some shorts, and he loves you guys.
I touched my foot to my husband's Cozy Earth shorts.
He's a fan.
He's a fan.
He loves you guys. That's funny. I showed my husband some shorts.
Yeah, thanks, Monica. That's very kind.
That's very kind. My comment is going to be on jean shorts from Mitchell Bennett on the wedding video. He said, as wedding videographer, I've watched many wedding films. Usually I don't watch all of them. I watched all of this one. There are a bunch of similar comments like that. I liked the comments from people who are like, I don't even know you guys. I just watched an 11-minute wedding video.
Right.
Or, I don't normally watch wedding videos because they're all the same. This one is different. I really liked it.
I'm crying at somebody that I don't know right now.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's fun.
It really is the best wedding video I've ever seen.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
Like, yeah, from the obvious people in it, but also just like Brady.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
It's like so well done.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's put a lot of time into it. The music's fun. And
Yeah.
yeah, just fun people. There was a comment too. It's like, I didn't see a single ugly person. How's everyone so beautiful in these videos? And yeah.
We do dress up for it, you know.
Yeah, people were dressed nice. I still remember my first time watching it, and maybe I've talked about this in the podcast, but legitimately thinking that Brady used some kind of AI generator, David Attenborough impersonation for Brad's.
You really did?
I really did.
You didn't know that I recorded that?
No, I didn't know when it took place or anything, because I don't know anything. And Brady's just like, all right, here's first draft. What do you think? And I was like, whoa, how did he get some? I was like, I don't think he actually had David Attenborough, but I mean,
Sure.
it sounds exactly like him. I
You
really
hired
thought
David Attenborough on Cameo or
he
something?
used AI somehow, some way. So that was a fun little clip to post. That's a clip's up to 100,000 views, which is kind of interesting because there's nothing like viral about that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not something people would share.
Let's analyze that.
Just put Rachel in a dress.
Yeah, exactly.
And you can put you talking
Come
in a
on,
British
Rachel.
accent. Those are really the main two elements. Drone shots.
Drone shots. Yeah, that was a great time. I don't even remember how he asked me. I don't think he said do
Like,
David
how did that
Attenborough.
happen?
I think maybe he was just like, do like, I don't know what he said.
Like, give me a voiceover.
Yeah, maybe.
You did such a great job because I mean, it matched up perfectly. I don't know if you did that all at once or if you took time or.
No, I think I did it all at once. I think I was like, after I did it, I was like, all right, let me do one for real now or something
Really?
like that. Like I remember thinking like, I don't think he's like, no, that's perfect. I was like, okay, great. Yeah, that was.
So that's what I told Brady beforehand. I was like, I just want you to be there and just film everything, capture everything. I know people probably say this, but I was like, I think I have funny friends. Like, I know 1.5 of them are kind of comedians, you know, whatever. Like,
right.
Just film them all. My dad's funny. My uncle's funny. Rachel's, you know, so he did a good job.
Yeah. What's your like, I was gonna say, what's your favorite part of the video? What's like one thing that's like, you think of as you're like, I love that part.
I love Steve Coop saying, I didn't know you were praying for your son. I just learned last night that Angie's been praying. I was the only one not praying.
I just love how he was honest. Like he was just like,
yeah, he definitely didn't have that written down.
Listen, I'll be real. I have not prayed for this.
I was the only one not praying.
How many people you think don't pray and say they prayed?
Like, I haven't prayed for this every night. Yeah, I bet it happens pretty often.
does
Especially
feel
like
like-
non-Christian weddings.
It does feel like they say it at almost every wedding these days. Like
This is
we've been
what we
praying for this since he was born. Like I don't pray very often for those things for my kids yet.
Yeah.
I probably should, but I'll I'm not. I'm more like Steve Coop in that way of like, shoot, I gotta probably do that.
Oh,
more
Catherine's
often.
doing it.
Like I've definitely had thoughts and like prayed Psalm, but not consistently. Maybe like 5 times. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think someday, hopefully, to be honest, the first 10 years, I didn't pray a ton about this.
Listen, I went to get to their wedding day and say I've been praying for this.
But
yeah.
yes, I did pray over their lifetime. Yes, I've been praying.
Right.
Let's get into the nitty gritty of how it works.
I mean, we always saw this kid as just our editor. We had no idea he was going to be our son-in-law.
So obviously I didn't pray for that.
So yeah.
But in a sense, yeah, I was into it.
Oh shoot. Yeah, I love the part of us golfing. I think that is so fun.
Yeah.
You know, with the Elvis song in there.
Yes.
And us pretending to go nuts for that shot for Harrison.
Fake hole-in-one.
And then you see Gunnar just twerking.
twerking.
To the, a little less conversation.
I forgot that Josh Mayer came just for the golf and we were riding around a cart together.
Right.
Brady got a great tracking shot of me.
Yeah,
and,
you doing the thing.
hanging out of the cart.
Yeah, like that all.
Harrison's
that whole
so
montage.
embarrassed. You know, you're like, Jake, you're getting married. And then Harrison's like mounting the steering wheel.
He's embarrassed by that part?
Yeah, I think he's like, I don't know.
I should have done that.
Didn't know he was going to put that in the edit.
I thought it was great, man. The whole thing was so fun. But
oh, you know what I liked? Another favorite part is Peter's talking head as soon as the ceremony's over. Peter was just like, really liked the Myrna shout out. Like just Peter's thoughts immediately after the wedding. It was so funny. Really liked the Myrna shout out. I saw her react in real time. It was great.
I will say I watched it again yesterday when it was posted and did get emotional once again at the part with Steve Coop and Rachel. I was like,
yeah,
dang, that's going to be me someday. Like you start to internalize those things so much easier when you have kids.
I'm sure.
And it's just like, I'm going to lose it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't imagine. I mean, especially that's his one daughter, you know, like, wow. Like he's been waiting. Like this is different than the men getting married. Like it's wonderful when your son gets married, obviously in different ways, but man, I was just like, whoo, I feel you, Steve. Like you did it, man.
And it's so great. It's like why Rachel's so great too. It goes from so touching and heartwarming. What a great moment. And then as they walk off in tears together, she goes, thanks for paying for all this.
Right.
And he goes, sure.
Sure. Yeah.
Sure. Oh, sure.
So if you haven't watched it yet, go to Gene Short's YouTube, check it out. But it's awesome. So much fun.
Shout out Brady. Check him out. And that's how Janelle Beniel got to the podcast. Our biggest fan. She knew Brady first.
Oh, from that,
And then from Brady followed me. And then, here we are.
Summit, I think is where she met him in Colorado.
Yeah, is that right?
I think so.
I think so. And now we're here.
Wow.
We love you, Ghosties. Thanks for being a part of the podcast, whether you just listen or you're a patron or you buy merch or you come on trips with us or you're in the Facebook group. Appreciate you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tell
It's
a
always
friend.
fun. Please tell a friend. Please just say they're funny and they're relatively clean when their husband or when their dads aren't on, and you know. Overall, we're just so appreciative. Let's get out of here. We'll see you guys on Monday. Love you guys. Ghostrunners podcast. Everybody.